Oh, a teapot that has 5 million views. And now we have to watch it.
A very handsome teapot. Made in China too, obviously. Should be made of jade really, but it's made of kind of good porcelain. But it's got a very clever trick to it. I thought of using it as a teapot, so why don't we pour some tea?
Oh, I like this guy.
If perchance you wanted some milk, well, we can arrange that as well if you like. A bit of stir, a bit stronger tea. Okay, a bit stronger tea. Put some more tea in.
Wait a minute.
What's going on here? First tea and then milk. Well, the answer is really on the back and underneath. That's one hole which covers and controls whatever in the top. In this case, it's milk. And underneath here, hidden where my finger can gently touch it, there's another hole controlling the tea, which is in the bottom layer of the jug. So there's tea at the bottom, there's milk at the top, and depending on which hole I'm covering, it'll give you tea and milk, or tea followed by milk. Very clever. You could have tea or coffee.
Very clever, dude.
Maybe you have the milk. But very, very clever idea from China. That's where clever things come from.
Wait, but wouldn't one warm the other one?
A bunch of sticks from Japan, an extraordinary toy. I don't think it's ever been exported, this either. What is it? Well, there's string join them together and it looks like a nice little placemat, perhaps, or something to put hot dishes on.
You put your soup on.
To protect the table. But the interesting thing about this is every one of these sticks can move from there as far as there. That's all they do. They go from there to there. But now you magnify it by having each one do the same thing. So the effect is it shoots right across the room. Here we go. You hold it like that, it's going to shoot outwards like this. So I'm going to hold the bottom of it. This goes right across the room. Here we go. Wow.
Oh, damn.
Astonishing. All from a little bunch of sticks. And there's a number of other little shows you can do with it, which I've got to practice with. This is an extraordinary folk toy from Japan. Marvelous stuff.
This is astonishing for sure. One more? One more.
I'm going to show you a toy which I devised about 20 years ago with a neighbour, Ed Meredith. He was a Punch and Judy man, clown and circus person. And both he and I agree that this particular toy is probably the best thing we've ever done together. Probably the best thing we've ever had in our collections. I show it all the time at parties.
The best.
And he at shows. So this is the item. There's a nice bit of science in this, incidentally. It shows a lovely demonstration of kinetic energy emerging from potential energy. Inside the toy is a lot of potential energy, and it emerges in the most spectacular way as kinetic energy.
Too complicated, show me.
Here it is in a big cylinder. Take off the bottom, take off the top, and what will happen? Something fairly dramatic.
Wait.
What a mess. What fun. And then I did it all over again with a different type of covering to the pieces. But for this one,
this is actually real magic.
Show what happens if the springs
He didn't say sheesh. That's not what he said.
Shoo.
He said shoo, not sheesh, man. You fucking zoomer.
Show what happens if the springs are not fighting gravity. Put it on my shoulder like a bazooka, and this will come out really fast. Just like a bazooka. So many kids have had this on their shoulder and gone, whoa, do it again, do it again. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Holy shit, there's a lot in there, dude. Do it again. That was pretty good. Okay, one last more.
Oh, I see. Like, oh, yes. Well, perhaps not. I'll leave that for another time. These are all the gun toys. Some of them I have in my collection.
No, we've seen the other one. Hold up. See this one? We've seen the other one. This is a Euler's disc, and it goes.
Euler's disc. Place it in the middle of the mirror and set it running. It goes on for some time. This extraordinary toy I came across about 10 years ago at New York, and I've never forgotten it. I've often played with it.
We've seen it before.
This much better version.
Yeah, I'll show you guys. Just the ending. All advanced. No, we'll watch the whole thing. Book. What is that? What? Sounds like drum and bass. Oh, why does it do that? Because it's very, very round, has a certain amount of weight and distribution of mass, and it makes it so, I don't know, dude, fuck it. I just got a school, man. That was cool there. Wow. That was really cool at the end there. Okay, then one more.
Which is all party stuff, really. For instance, this is a charming little idea which throws a party streamer out, but it looks like a gun. When you pull the trigger, this flips out. The anchor at the top end holds this streamer, and then when you do it, it goes, woo!
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty, isn't it? This one is a very nice little toy. Again, it looks like a gun.
It's
got a spinning top on it. And when we pull the trigger and wind it up a few turns, not many, it doesn't need, about that much there. Now if we pull it on the table, it'll drop the top
lame.
and go...
It's super cool, man.
And the top will spin beautifully. What a lovely idea.
And with spikes on it.
Very, very clever stuff. This is a wacky Japanese one. It's a kind of lazy tongs action, and it's got a little battery inside it which makes a funny noise. When you pull the trigger, oh, it's making a funny sound too. I can't know what it is. So, oh, it bopped me on the nose. Don't know what the Japanese means though. Yes, anyway, it's certainly got
this one's alright.
Charming thing. There's an extraordinary Japanese one here which is telescopic. It's quite a large barrel, in fact. But when I aim it forwards, well, yes, pull the trigger and wow.
Gee, that scared me.
That's a beautiful long rifle. Look at that.
Wait, that actually kind of sounds dangerous, dude. It looked like it had a lot of power.
The fly swat was first invented, I think, by George Costanza, who I see at New York every year, about 40 years ago. It's got a fly swat on it, and when you pull the trigger, there's a strong spring inside, and if we had a fly here on the back, I'd pull the trigger and it'd go whack. Beautiful. And then to reload it, you merely push the thing in, and it's reloaded. And pull the trigger and whack.
Sorry.
It did a nice development of it many years later, which is this one here. It's exactly the same mechanism underneath, but it's got a little ball on it, which is rather sweet. A little soft sponge ball pops out. Very sweet. And very easy and easy to manipulate. Pop.
These are fine.
Another go to fly.
These are fine. You can have whatever.
This one here, which actually works very well. You pull the trigger. You've got a target there, it's upside down actually, but the idea is to get the fly in the very middle of the target. And when that happens, you hold it very still, and when you pull the trigger, it goes whap. Hopefully a squash fly is right in the middle of the bullseye. Yes.
All right. Guys, one last juicer.
Something I first saw in a children's discovery room at the Museum of Science in Boston. It was bigger. They were using racquetball balls instead of ball bearings. But this illustrates the same concept. Everybody has seen an inclined plane.
Right.
But I've got two ramps here. One is the straight ramp, and the other one is the ones with the dips and the hills. And so the question is, if you put the ball at the top of both ramps, which gets to the bottom first? One can make a good argument in favor of this one, which is shorter.
Welcome to the jungle, man. Much love, xQcl.
The left one, but it depends.
At the bottom are the same. But we'll let you make your own decision.
Left one is going to stall. The left one is going to stall.
So we'll put the two balls at the top. I'll hold them with the pencil so my fingers don't somehow
Pogo, may I get a welcome to the
affect the way
jungle?
things are
No,
released.
I love you all,
And if I release the pencil, the one on the curvy slope goes much faster.
Oh.
Because I believe that the greater acceleration at the steep point overcomes and exceeds the extra distance and having to go up this hill and that hill that you might think would slow it down.
Oh, thanks, man.